Hello. Yeah, good morning, everyone. A very good morning. Shall we begin the session? Yes, today's topic is a revision for the business skills for e-commerce. In the last class, we have finished with the revision of that quality system in IT module. Now, today's module revision is the business skills for e-commerce. Yeah, this is just a revision of whole module, each and every chapter. So let's begin with the chapter numbers. All right. Let's begin with the chapter number 1, that is the introduction to the e-commerce. We have studied about what is the e-commerce. Now this is same introduction. This the chapter is divided into multiple parts. One is objective, introduction, and so on. So let's start with the objectives only. Now, what is the e-commerce? That is, when we say e-commerce, the full form is electronic commerce. And what is a commerce? That is the trading of the goods and the services. So whenever we do the trading with the help of the electronic, with the help of the internet, that is known as the e-commerce. And next is what are the various levels of the e-commerce? There are multiple levels like B2B, B2C, C2C, and the C2B. That is business to consumer, consumer to business to business, and the consumer to consumer. Then there is a SWOT analysis, that is the strength, weakness, opportunity, and the threat of the e-commerce. And identify what are the various forces that drives the e-commerce, that uses the e-commerce. So there's the introduction of this one. That is, what is e-commerce, how to use, what are the various significant features that is used in the e-commerce, that is what are the various impact significant changes that is used for the business information system, that is used with the ECRM, ECAD, that is a computer aided designing, e-delivery, whatever the sources, whatever the tool that we are using, that is used with the e-commerce, that is used with the technology, that is used with the technology for the ECRM or the ECRTs. So there's a e-delivery also that is used with the CRM, that is used with the certain methods that is used with we can say that e-commerce. So the emergence of the internet throughout the world has been contributing such a variety of the medium in doing the business as well as the people lifestyle. Whatever the people lifestyle, whatever the data that is used with the people lifestyle, that is used with the internet. And internet is essentially a prerequisite for the existence of the e-commerce, for the ability of the e-commerce that is derived over here. So in fact, when we say about the e-commerce, that is also essential prerequisite for the existence of the e-commerce. That is, e-commerce has been defined as the ability to perform transactions that involves the exchange of the goods or services between two or more parties using the electronic tools and the techniques, and the explosion, whatever the goods that is exported with the e-commerce, that is used with the e-commerce, has been used with a new phenomenon in our technology, in our lifestyle, with the e-commerce strategies. Then what is the definition of the e-commerce? So when we say about the e-commerce, that is any other business deal with the exchange of goods and services, but it is electronically. That is the main difference. Everything is okay, everything is same, commerce is same, but when we say about the e-commerce, that means everything is done electronically, that is known as the e-commerce. Now, what are the various communication perspective, what are the various business process perspective, service perspective. So these are the various perspective that is used with the e-commerce. So e-commerce is different from perspectives of perspective. For example, when you talk about the perspective of the e-commerce in the communication, it is the delivery of the information, product, services, payment over the telecommunication channels, over the computer network, or any other electronic mode of communication, that is known as a communication perspective. In the same way, there is a business process perspective, that is application of the technology towards the automation of the business transactions and the workflow. What are the various transactions that is used with the workflow? What are the various business process perspectives? Then next one is a service perspective, that is how to use, or that is a tool that address the desire of the firms, consumer, and the management to cut the service test while improving the quality of the goods, services, and increasing the speed of the service delivery. Speed of service delivery in the sense, what are the various ways by which we can increase the speed of the delivery, how to deliver much faster than the normal routine. Then online perspective, that has a capability of buying and selling products and the information on the internet and other online services. That may be e-commerce, that may be any services that is used. And e-commerce, sometimes also known as electronic business, it's using the power of the computers, internet, and the shared computer, that is known as a network, to send and receive the data, product specification, and the drawing, purchase order and the invoices, any other type of the data that needs to be communicated to the customers, suppliers, employees, or the public. Then e-commerce is a new profitable way to conduct the business which goes beyond the simple movement of the information and also expand the electronic transaction from the point of sale requirement, that is how to use the post transaction, how to determine the right content that is used with the receipt, that is used with the content, that is used with the EDI, that is electronic data interchange, TDI, technical data interchange, hypertext markup language, extensible markup language that is used over here. Now, what are the various features of the e-commerce strategy? Now, let's see what are the various features of the e-commerce technology. Features in the sense why we are using, what are the various characteristics why we are using the e-commerce generally. So that means, first of all, this means that this is the better communication and the data interchange information that is essential for each and every business. This is very essential for each and every business that is used, and the quality and the quantity of the information when a business deliver or which a business delivers to use this information, whatever the information that is taken out, that is used, this information to make the decisions can determine how to competitive nature or how to use with the competitive nature with the e-commerce technology. And the company already has a use of the number of the electronic goods, electronic tools that is used to acquire and extend the information and the communication need, that may include the personal computers, word processor, couriers, facsimile machines, telex machines, cellular phones, pagers, and so on. So for example, if I want to use a postal services, can keep the business waiting for information for days or even weeks when we save. So overnight, couriers may save time, but it can be a very expensive proportion, and traditionally we are using that is a very costly and the time consuming. By the telephone, that becomes an endless game of the tag. And nowadays business can avoid these problems by using the e-commerce, that is very fast, and this also results in the better transactions, because when we see that most of the transaction we do in the day-to-day life is through the e-commerce, that is through the debit card, internet banking, or the credit card. Yes, right. Everything is captured by the internet. And whatever the application of the electronic operation with the commercial operations activity, that means a better public solution or a better business solution that have information to need faster, easier, and more completely in the new system of the communication than used ever before. That enables the firms to have an edge over the competitors by informing, following up, and requesting the information faster and easiest to the customer, that is used with the various features. Now, let's see what are the various features. First is the improve effectiveness or improve responsiveness. Response is very much fast. For example, if I submit the cash, the response is not at the same time, but in case of the e-commerce, every response is at the same time, that every business has to do the important timing to the marketing and the selling product that is used to cater the market, cater the demands of the customers. And this also enables a company to implement the marketing programs with a greater precision, such as preempt competitiveness, improve the responsiveness by revising the price change and the meeting the programmers. Then streamlines reporting, coordinates the sales efforts. What are the various sales efforts? Yeah, these are the other benefits that is available. First is eliminating the telephone tags. There is no telephone tags. Then sending and receiving message at the convenience. Email can be sent at any time, 365 days in a year, 24/7. Then linking the sales team member together, including international perspective. Then closing the sales without delay. So closing the sales without delay. The next one is effectiveness. Yeah, this is very effective method. Then efficiency. Then close contact with the clients. We can make the close contact with the client with the use of the electronic commerce, with the use of the e-services. Then planning and execution of the meetings. What are the various planning methods? What are the various executions? Yeah, we can easily plan out with the use of the Outlook. We can easily execute with the use of the Outlook. Then what are the various 7 unique features of the e-commerce technology? First is the dimension of the e-commerce technology, that is ubiquity. Then significance in the business. Either it is used as a work, home, or elsewhere via the mobile devices. Then global research, that is used across the national boundaries around the earth. used with the market space. Then there is a universal standard which is used with the technology standard, namely the internet standard. And there is only one set of the technical internet standard across the globe in case of the e-commerce in the businesses. Then richness, video, audio, text messages are possible. Interactivity that works with the interaction with the users. Technology that reduces the information cost and raises the quality, personalization, or the customization, we can say, that can be delivered to the individual as well as the group. Now, next is the need for the e-commerce. Why we need e-commerce? That is a need. Because everything is going faster and faster, because the global world business is moving faster than ever before. So there's an increased competition at the home and also abroad, means quality as well as a profitability must be preserved by the corporate houses. That is increased, that will be enhanced by using the e-commerce, by using the commerce electronically. And yes, we can use either the B2B or B2C, that is the business to business or the business to consumer. It depends on the requirement of the parties, customer or the supplier. And if there's a reduction in the acquisition time and the cost, so lower prices for the goods and services, expanded number and the quality of the suppliers, increase in the buyer productivity. And there's a reduction time to the market is also achievable, giving the improved responses, improved operating efficiencies, as also improved the quality at the low cost or at the reduced cost. And when we talk about everything, that means, in mind, first question arises whether the online transaction is secure or not. Whether we are doing the online, for example, shopping, whether we are making the online purchase, that is the online transaction with the use of debit card, whether that is secure or not. It's not the case that my account will be debited but I'm not getting any product. That is also a response. But that response that we can say that will be drawback, or that will be improved by using a protocol that is known as the SSL, secure socket layer. So this secure socket layer protocol is available that makes the transaction smooth, that enables a customer to order and pay for their product online by using their debit card or credit card or internet banking smoothly, and there is no risk of losing the money. And it is also one of the fastest ways to compare with other product services before any purchase. One main advantage that it is available 24 days in a week, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, and 365 days in a year. That means anytime, anyway, as per your convenience. Then there is a various nature of the e-commerce, that is, what is the e-commerce, how it is used in the various fields. First is the marketing. Main part of the e-commerce is used in the marketing. Then computer sciences. Many of the issues in the infrastructure of the e-commerce, such as languages, multimedia network, fall into the discipline of the computer sciences. Then consumer behavior and the psychology. So we can use this consumer behavior and the psychology with the B2B trade or B2C trade. Then finance, that is also one of the participants in the e-commerce, that is used with the financing the online transactions. Economics, we are also taking out the cost benefit analysis. MIS, that is ranging from the system analysis to the system integration, not to mention the planning, implementation, and the payment system, among the others. Then accounting and auditing. The next one is a management. Now, next is the level of the e-commerce that we have talked about earlier also, B2B, B2C, C2C, B2E, that is a business to employee. This is how we can say same as the B2C, then C2B. Now, can anyone define what is the meaning of B2B? As the name advice, business to business. Yes, very good. One business in doing the transactions with other business only with the use of the internet, that is known as the B2B e-commerce. That means business is transacting between two business parties with the help of the internet, that is B2B e-commerce. Its scope not only includes buying and selling, but also the services, fulfilling the needs of the customer and collaborating with the business partners. And that is a smart business used, and the opportunity for the business is business e-commerce, that is also the greater part, that is also used with the internet enabled initiatives. Then in B2B transaction, the interaction is between the businesses. For example, a website for catching the steel industry might have a facility for the buyers to list their players and list their targeted audience. Yeah. Then next B2C, one business entity is providing the goods and services or product to the consumers. That is a B2C with the help of the internet. For example, if I'm taking any site that is a Flipkart, for example, and I'm ordering any item over the internet. One business entity, that is a Flipkart, is providing to me that I'm a customer. That is a B2B e-commerce via online. That is not COD, cash on delivery, but debit card, credit card, or the internet banking. And in the category of the e-commerce business, you use the internet to offer to the consumer sales and services around the world 24 hours a day, 7 days in a week, and 65 days in a year. These sites, example includes Amazon, then C2C. One best example is auction sale. That is, one consumer is selling out the product to the another consumer. Nowadays, one of the important websites, that is OLX. One consumer is selling out to the another consumer via internet. That is a C2C e-commerce. Next, consumer to business. Consumer is paying to, or consumer is selling out to the business entities, business parties. That is known as a C2B. That is consumer to business. Then B2E. One business party is carried out with the marketing with the internal processes more efficiently. That is business to employees, and customer care and the supports activities also hold ground. And the requirement is that all self-service with application on the web that the employees can use themselves. Every employee is using the themselves criteria that is known as a B2E, business to employee e-commerce. The next one is SWOT analysis, that is strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Evaluating the business unit opportunities. Now let's see what are the various strengths and the weaknesses. Strength, weakness, opportunity, as well as the threats. First, this is the strength, weakness, opportunity, threat of the company, of the business. Now, first is a strength. What does the company do well? Is the company strong in the market? These are the questions for the strength. Does the company have a strong sense of the purpose and the culture to support that purpose? That means what the aim of the company and whether that aim will be supported or not. Then weakness, what does the company do poorly? What problem should be avoided? So what does the company do poorly? That is means what is the limitation of the organization? What problems should be avoided with the sake of the business, with the sake of the company? Then does the company have a serious financial liabilities? Whether the company are in a debt, or whether the company have a serious or several financial liabilities. Then opportunity. What is the opportunity for the company? Are industry trends moving upwards? That means what is the industry trend? That is a cost benefit analysis when we say that is moving upward or downward. Do the new market exist for the company's product or the services? Whether the new market that is available, that is used or that exists for the new product, or whether the new market is used for the company's product or the services. Then are there new technology that the company can exploit? Whether the new technology will be available, whether the new opportunity for the available for the company to exploit or for avoiding the exploit. What obstacles? This is the threat. What obstacles that the company face? Obstacle in the sense, what are the various difficulties that the company face? That means what are the various hindrances, hurdles that the company face? What are competitors doing well? Or how the competitors, or what are the competitor that is doing well? Are these or are there troubling changes in the company's business environment? Whether the troubling is, or whether there is any changes that puts the organization into the trouble. So are there troubling changes in the company business environment? That may be a technologies, that may be a laws, that may be a regulations. So these are the threats. So one is the strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and the threat. And when we consider all the SWOT analysis, we can say that it is used to create a strong business strategy that help that it becomes a very, very strong competitors in the market, in the industry value chain. Now, Dell is identified as a strength in selling out directly to the customers and designing its computers and product to reduce the manufacturing cost. When you talk about the strength, weaknesses of the Dell company, it says directly to the customer, this is a strength. Then next strength is keep the cost below the competitor's cost. Then weakness, no strong relationship with the computer retailers. Opportunity is consumer desire for one-stop shopping. So consumer desire for the one-stop shopping. Then threats, competitors have a strong brand name. Competitors have a strong brand name, that is also one of the threat. Then features of the e-commerce, benefits of e-commerce, benefit to the organization that expands the market, lays to the national and the international market. Then e-business or e-commerce also decreases the cost of creating, processing, distributing. We can also create, we can also distribute, we can also process, store, and retrieve the paper-based information. For example, by introducing an electronic procurement system, when we say about the electronic procurement system that cuts the purchasing admin benefits, then it also reduces the time because the outlay will be decreased. Then benefits to the consumers also. This e-commerce enables the consumer to shop or do transactions 24 hours a day, 365 days in a year, that I already discussed. Then it is also possible to participate in the virtual auction, that is the auction sale, that is C2C. Then what are the various benefits to the society? This also enables more individuals to work at the home and can do less traveling for the shopping, resulting in the less traffic on the roads and also lower the air pollution. This also allows the merchandise to be sold at the lowest prices. The limitations is there is a lack of the security. There is a lack of the communication or the insufficient, we can say, telecommunication bandwidth, because sometimes speed is not good, bandwidth is not good, so every transaction is not fulfilled with the e-commerce. This is a technical limitation. There is a technical fault, there is a technical error in terms of the insufficient telecommunication bandwidth. Then software development tools are also still evolving and also changing very rapidly. Then non-technical limitations, lack of the awareness, because everyone don't know how to use, or we can say everyone don't have a debit card or the credit card or the internet banking facility. That is a lack of the awareness among the peoples. Then lack of the infrastructure, lack of the confidence among the persons. Everyone is, yes, that is not secure. Everyone is thinking that this is not secure. Then credit card frauds, sometimes that is also. Then absence of the taxes or tax laws. Inadequate government role in this one, and no emphasis on the commercial exploitations. Then cyber competition. And this is, but we can say at the end that e-commerce is still emerging and needs to be improved in the coming days, in the coming years. And it is a new generation technology, new method of doing the business with the new generation technology. Still, there are many drawbacks. Which fail to benefit the users of the technology to a great extent. These are the various keywords: e-commerce, EDI, electronic data interchange, that is a means or way to exchange the data documents in intra or the inter organizations. Then B2B, B2C, C2C, B2E, and the C2B. So these are the various forms that we've discussed. Any doubts?